We're taking a look at the 2016 PSAC Men's Cross Country Championships to be held this Saturday at Kutztown, joined by head coach Steve Spence. Coach Spence, as always, thank you very much for the time.
My pleasure.
It's been an interesting season for your men thus far. They head in to the season with a high national ranking based on the success that the team had last year. But in a sense, you've not necessarily been able to run your team as a full team, in a sense, throughout most of the year. You've had some people recovering and coming back during the middle of the season. It seems like almost in a sense that this weekend up at Kutztown, it'll almost be the first chance really to have your optimal lineup sort of try to come out there and represent us. Is that a safe thing to say?
Yeah, we definitely sat some of our top runners out at the beginning of the season. I wanted to be very cautious, bringing Kieran Sutton back, who's been running number one for us the last couple of meets in which he did participate. And he's an obviously very talented and should be someone that's competitive towards the front of the conference, maybe having a chance at winning a conference title individually. But yeah, we've had some others dinged up that have been in and out of the lineup, but we seem to be pretty healthy now, and this is what we've been aiming for, is the end of the season. And we started off, I think, with the number 5 or 6 national ranking, and we've slid back to about 20th at this point. But that doesn't really mean anything.
Sure,
it's where you
right.
end up at the end of the season. And we've believed in the training program. We've continued to work hard, and that's been our focus, to get to where we are right now, which is to be competitive at the conference championship, and then move on to the regional championship and be competitive for a title there, and then ultimately run our best race at the NCAAs.
And do you think too, part of what makes this team, so strong and so unique, at least looking at it from my perspective, is that you have such quality runners, who've, especially with last year's success and before, they've been able to run together a lot, in the sense Dom Stroh came in as a freshman last year into this group and made an immediate impact. But you have such a wide variety of talented runners, and it's strong, top level running from multiple runners. With people in and out, you've had Calvin Conrad Klein has seemingly had a really solid year coming up and joining in the mix with Alex Bala and Kieran and some of those other runners. And, it takes that whole group to have success. And that just seems to be, you talk about the training and the progression, and then knowing the guys that you have back from last year's squad, it has to be pretty exciting heading into the stretch.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of leadership with all the returners from last year's team. And in fact, we have 6 of the 7 from last year back. We lost All-American Austin McGinley. But it's a special group. They really hold each other accountable. They work very hard, and they have high expectations.
Now, heading into PSACs, it's I guess it's the fact that we've necessarily only won the one ever conference championship a few years back. This team's had a lot of success, obviously, at the regional and national level. Is that any additional motivation to this squad, knowing that in times in the past the conference championship's been a little bit elusive, and it's never an easy thing to win a conference championship with Lock Haven and Edinburgh and those schools out there that are always so quality. I gotta imagine there's some excitement in that sense.
Yeah, it's like I said, we're very happy to be where we are right now, which is in a position to be competitive at the conference level. So we'll see what happens. Our ultimate goal is to run our best race, of course, at the NCAA championships.
Correct.
And Lock Haven's going to have, has a very strong squad. They're going to come in and have a great effort, and it's going to take a tremendous effort on our part to be competitive with them and to have a chance at beating them. So, we, of course, don't want to count out, traditional powers like Edinburgh, and, there's some other schools in there that you never know how they're going to be. Their coaches are training them, what their focus is, who they're going to be having back that's healthy. And so it's very exciting, and it's going to be a lot of fun for me just to watch Shippensburg and Lock Haven go at it. And and head to head, it'll be our first time this season actually going head to head with our top squads. So it's just going to be a lot of fun to watch, and regardless of the outcome.
and looks to be a really nice weekend as far as conditions go. I guess we're filming this on a Tuesday for in advance of the preview for the meet, but it looks to be some good weather, not too hot, and good conditions for running. It seems like, and at Kutztown. Last year being more of a fast course, Kutztown would you say is more of a maybe an even course, but still somewhat not as brutal, say, as the Slippery Rock course in terms of hills and terrain.
Yeah, the Kutztown course doesn't seem to run very quickly, but it looks like we could get some rain on Friday, so it could be a little muddy, but it's going to be the same for everyone. Right. So it's not a big deal, but we'll go there with the thoughts we're going to be competitive regardless of the conditions, and we're just going to get out there and compete.
That's the beauty of cross country. Everybody's got to run in the same conditions no matter what, and they're running on the same course no matter what. So it'll be an exciting Saturday up at Kutztown. Coach Spence, best of luck, and thanks again for taking the time.
Thank you.